Hello, all my fellow residents here at Green Spring Village. Today is Wednesday, July 27th, 2016. I'm Fran Duvall, your host for today, and our first guest is our own Catherine Noble, our volunteer coordinator. Catherine, hello.
Hello.
Good morning and all that. It is morning when we're first doing this show.
Yes.
Catherine, how long have you been here now? 2 years?
No, I've been here a little over a year. July is a year since I've been back here.
Oh, okay,
Campus.
okay.
Yep.
I was trying to figure out that date because, time flies around here.
It does. It does.
So, volunteer coordinator, what's new on your front?
Well, what's new is that we always have great volunteers. That's not so new, that's old, but we're working on a couple projects right now that I'm trying to recruit volunteers, get some information out about some programs that are upcoming. One of them is the Alzheimer's Walk, which is every year, it's once a year. It's held at Reston Town Center. And it's in September, so we don't have to think about the heat. I know right now you're thinking, oh my gosh, a walk, it's too hot to go out, because we've had some terrible days with the heat. But it is in September, which is really, I think, the most, temperature-wise beautiful.
It's the end of September.
End of September, September 25th.
25th, yeah.
And it's at Reston Town Center. If you've never been there, there's lots of shops. It's actually quite pretty. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be recruiting volunteers who would like to be part of this, because Green Spring is a sponsor of that walk. And so we like to show our support to the Alzheimer's Association. They do a lot of educational support. They come here on campus and do educational seminars. So it's great to be involved and support that program. Mm-hmm. So what we'll be doing, if you want to get some information about the walk, what does it mean? A lot of times people hear walk and they think, no, I'm not, maybe I use an assistive device, mm-hmm. and that's not for me. I don't want to walk. It's not mm-hmm. something I want to do. You can come to the walk. You don't necessarily have to walk per se. You can come and be part of the program. There are tables all around of different vendors, people that are sponsoring the event. We will have our own table there, and mm-hmm. that's kind of where we sort of huddle together and talk, mm-hmm. and we listen to a program. They do have a program. They have a stage there at Reston Town Center, mm-hmm. so you'll hear different speakers, get information about the Alzheimer's and cognitive loss. It's really very helpful. And then they do have a walk time, but some people go and walk around, some people don't. It's about a mile walk around that area. Mm-hmm. But again, it's not mandatory that you do the walk part. You can come, you can participate, and be part of the program without the actual walk.
And so how do
mm-hmm.
people get there?
Sure, so that's a great question. So we provide transportation.
Oh, good.
So if you would like to drive, some people might want to do that, might not want to stay for the whole event, but if you can drive, they do have a parking garage there at Reston Town Center, so there's plenty of parking. But we will have a couple buses that will take us there. They will leave here from Green Spring, go to all the clubhouses and pick everyone up between about 12 and 12:30. Mm-hmm. And then we will get to Reston Town Center and just enjoy the festivities, enjoy what's going on, and then we will be back on campus by 5 o'clock. We'll probably leave Reston Town Center around 4:30. Mm-hmm. So, but there are probably other questions people have about, why would I go? What mm-hmm. information? What do I do when I'm there? And I can go into more detail about that. We're having some information tables that I will be setting up with Renee Budd, who is the program manager mm-hmm. at Continuing Care, Garden Ridge. Right. So we're going to be setting those tables up just so people can sign up and get in more information. Those dates are Wednesday, August 3rd. We will be at Woodland Skies at lunchtime from 11 to 1:30. Mm-hmm. On Thursday, August 4th, we will be at the Jefferson and Hunters Crossing at dinner time from 4 to 7. Thursday, September 1st, we're going to be at Fireside from 4 to 7. And that's an opportunity to come by the table. You can talk to me, talk to Renee, get some information about the whatever questions you have, the shuttle. Right. What's kind of nice is you will be asked to put a T-shirt size down because you get your own T-shirt. We're all going to be dressed alike. Nice T-shirts. And
do we know the logo of it yet?
I've heard of the logo. It is a different logo this year.
Okay.
Last year it was like a tennis shoe. It sounds like it's very pretty. I heard the color is orange because we want to do, purple is the Alzheimer's Association color. So a lot of times in the past, people that get purple shirts, everyone kind of blends in. Well, we're not a blended in community. We're a standout community. So this year we're going to have orange shirts, nice logo. So you'll get your, a complimentary shirt for being participating in the program, in the walk with us. And we come together just as a community. It's really quite an event. So I encourage people to just come out. If you think you might be kind of on the cusp, I would like a little information, just come out to one of the tables and talk to us. We will have pictures from past events so you can kind of see what it's about, because I think pictures help to understand.
Me too. Yeah.
Lots of shops around, people walk around and, share stories. All of us have a loved one.
It's an outing.
It is an outing.
As well as being supportive of,
that's right,
of that organization. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, come out to one of the tables, information sessions, and we'll give you a lot more information about it.
And the actual event is the end of September.
It is. It's on a Sunday.
25th.
September 25th.
5th. Okay.
That's right.
That's when the actual event is. Okay.
Correct. So we're
now, are we going to have flyers in our cubbies or
yes,
anything to remind us of these dates to sign up?
Absolutely. Well, we will be putting flyers on the bulletin boards in all the clubhouses. We will be posting something on Channel 6 as well. We try not to stuff the cubbies because I know people get a lot of information. So we try to, put it in different ways. We'll put something on the Village Bridge. But I think coming to one of these tables, these sessions, you'll get a lot of information. We're trying to be very visible. People might say, well, gosh, August 3rd is the first information session. The event's not till September 25th. Well, the reason for that is we have to order the T-shirts. We want to know how many people are going to need transportation. So there are some planning components that we need to do in order to make it a smooth sailing and nice for everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is one big event going on that you're planning for. So what else is happening at Garden Ridge?
Sure.
No, you wanted to talk about Garden Ridge.
Well, Garden Ridge, one of the things I'd like to talk about a little bit is our hospice program.
Okay.
So our hospice program,
Which isn't necessarily centered at Garden Ridge, or is it?
No, it's centered campus-wide.
Okay,
The actual hospice, right.
Okay.
The hospce office, if you ever want to go down and just ask a question. The hospice office is down in Village Square, and what
is it? Is it Forest View?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's in the basement of Forest View, along that corridor where
by intermissions and all that. So that's where the actual office is, but services are campus-wide. So those that are nearing end of life, the hospice, having our own Green Spring Hospice is just a wonderful service. We're right here. Part of the service that part of the hospice program provides is volunteers. Some people might not realize that, but we do have volunteers that actually go and visit a hospice resident. And they benefit in various ways. Maybe a loved one is in their apartment and taking care and maybe are hesitant to leave, to get a breather, to go for some fresh air. That hospice volunteer can come and stay with their loved one while they go and maybe get a bite to eat or go and take a little walk. They can provide,
That's a good service.
It really is. And we have a hospice volunteer right now who is seeing a resident who, just wants some reading, that extra reading, and it's just a great service. Now, the hospice volunteers go through extra training. They go through about 14 hours of training. It's an in-home training, a DVD training, so you can do it at your self-pace. But it's a wonderful, wonderful service, and we have, very dedicated hospice volunteers that are doing great work. So I always want to say thank you to them. Just like anything else, it's not for everyone. So you have to decide if that's something that's for you. If you would like more information, please give me a call. I'd be glad to talk to you about it. But it's a specialized program and service that we do offer our hospice residents here. So it's wonderful.
So you're looking for to add to your volunteers.
Yeah, we're always looking to add to our hospice volunteer program. It's something that is specialized. Those hospice volunteers do spend quite a bit of time with those residents they're assigned to. So having, a good base of volunteers helps us, so we're not too stretched, which we're not. But I always like to keep that, out in the front, that if you are interested or maybe even want a little information, please let me know.
Okay. Well, I hope people will answer that call as well. All right, we have a few more minutes.
Sure. So one of the programs that we are working on with Continuing Care, Garden Ridge, is we have a volunteer, Valerie Thompson, who works in the library here in Independent Living, and she has come over to Garden Ridge to provide some services. She has helped us coordinate our books.
Now, you mean like library books?
Library books.
Okay.
We have a slew, we have 7 neighborhoods at Garden Ridge, so we have a slew of books. So she spent quite a bit of time going through and organizing, getting rid of duplicates, and we have book carts now that are on our long-term care neighborhood that are really, really a great benefit to our residents. So we're looking for volunteers who might be interested in pushing those book carts around. They're on wheels, easily, accessible to the residents, and just offering books.
Right.
And maybe taking requests. Maybe there's a book that we don't have that they really would like.
Right, and maybe it's over here in the main library.
Exactly.
You could borrow it.
That's right. That's right. So we're looking for volunteers who might be interested in that. That program just started, and it's really seems to be going very well. It's a growing program, so if you ever want to get get in at the ground level and really develop and bring your ideas to how we can enhance it, we would greatly appreciate it.
That's wonderful. That sounds like a really wonderful program to volunteer for.
Absolutely.
And reading around here, people are constantly with a book in their hand.
That's so true. So true.
It's true. And a lot of discussion about book reading at our dinner tables. Yeah, so, well, I want to thank you. You have...
I think that's it for today, but thank you.
Okay, and you're still accepting volunteer hours from people?
Absolutely. Always, some people have...
And how do they do that online with you?
They could just email me, and I can email them the form, and then they can email it back.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do with you. Because
sure.
I've got to turn these hours in. I haven't turned them in.
Right. And it seems helpful doing the month.
Not these hours, because these hours get recorded out there in a book.
They do.
Yeah.
So just give me a call. I can give extra forms. The forms are at all the clubhouse desks as well.
Oh, they are?
They are.
Okay.
Hard forms, yeah.
But I'd rather do it online.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you very much, Catherine Nobles, our volunteer coordinator.
Thank you.
For coming today.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned. You could even maybe sneak a second cup of coffee or something, but stay tuned for our next segment, please.